Orthodox boxers, creating angles left and right, how we can get ourselves there safely to put ourselves in a better position to improve our boxing. Let's dig into this, let's go. Hey team, we recently done a video on angles for southpaws and I got a lot of comments going, hey, what about us orthodox guys? It's normally the other way around. Normally you get messages from southpaws saying, what about for us? This time it was for the orthodox guys. So we're going to have a little look at a few ways we can create lanes to the right and to the left safely as orthodox. Best ways to do it, best practice, so let's go. So the classic, the angled side step. If your closing range on the first part requires a little bit of footwork, without the hands, if I'm closing to my target, would be a movement step and a recovery step. The next part is pushing off of my lead leg. My movement step is with my right leg and my recovery step is my left, and I create a little angle to my target from there. With your jab, with your cross, we go across the lane and throw targets. Now the top tip here, this is my top tip. So you've done your movement step and your recovery step here. When you're retracting this hand, you can do this in a 4-beat rhythm or a 3-beat rhythm. What I mean by a 4-beat rhythm would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing wrong with that. A 3-beat rhythm, so it's quicker. 1, 2, as I retract the hand and make that step. 3. So I'm actually using my shoulder and my retraction of my arm to pull myself over in this direction. However, we should train how we mean to fight. So, ideally you're engaging their hands, because if you don't engage their hands and you just come over here, all they're going to do is go a back foot pivot and turn onto you. So you need to engage the hands to get them into a high guard and get off to the side. So maybe throw a jab cross, just to keep them hands up from there. So pop, 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 step across, backhand, lead hand hook. Or your other option, we'll have a look at this on the bag as well, because this often happens. Engage the hands, angled side step, take your lead hand, pull their lead hand down and throw. Don't forget they've got their hands up, so this is still covered. So you might want to go engage the hands, get across, pull the hand down and throw the punch. Let's have a look at these on the bag. So I have got my MMA sparring gloves on today. All my boxing gloves are wet, drying. Been a busy week so far already. So I'm not going to hit the bag too hard. They're only little 8-ounce gloves. So we just spoke about it. Things to watch out for if you're a beginner and never done this before. You're likely to push more backwards than what you are on an angle. So here's my range. If I push more backwards, I've lost my range. First step, get your range, push off your back foot, create a little angle, and make sure you are still at range. So there's no need to be doing this at 100 miles an hour if you've never done this before. Make sure that you're still at long range. Once you've done that, yes, you can put a bit more speed and power behind it. So remember what we said, practice how you're going to fight or practice how you're going to spar. Engage the hands. So maybe your bag will be step in on the jab and the cross, movement and recovery step, another jab cross, then a cross. So we have this drill. From here, or as we said, don't forget, you're engaging their hands. You might want to be swiping this hand out of the way before you land the punch. Engage the hands. Step across, hand down, and pull. That would look like this. Nice, safe way of creating that little angle. Let's have a look at a few others. So, as an orthodox, going to our left, there are a few ways we can create that angle. One can simply be a step pivot, i.e. they're throwing a right hand at us, we slip, pivot, you've just created an angle. Here's one I like a lot, and it will require a bit of practice if you've never done this before. So the last combination we threw, where we took an angle to the right, we used the right hand to help us move in this direction to throw the shot. I'm going to use the right hand retraction to give me a little bit of a spin this time. So I'm pulling myself back and getting a little bit of a rotation. As I rotate, this is the movement I'm going to do. I'm going to bring my back foot around and skip that front foot. If I didn't skip the front foot, it would look like this, which is okay, but my target is here. Yeah, so as I come around, it's really to do this slowly. I skip that front foot to create my foundation out to the side. I do it from a different angle. It's really weird to do slow. It probably looks a bit daft. Yeah, so from there, create that little angle. So again, always think, top tip, always think about engaging the hands before you do this. If you just do this and nothing's happening, they're simply going to turn on to you. You need to get them busy first. Bah, 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 bah. I'm going to use this right arm retraction to help me create some momentum this way. Yeah. And of course, you're set to put some punches on the end. And when you go that side, so you are the person right now who's doing the angle, you've come here. So your fight line is directly through the middle of my feet. Means my foundation is broken. I get hit here, I've got nothing behind me. So this is a good angle to take. So we're going to go jab, cross, use that retraction to help you turn, cross, jab, cross. Let's have a look at that on the back. So all these angles can be taken by creating pivot steps. And we recently had a comment as well about, can you do a video about pivot steps? We have done one about that. And I'll leave a link in the description for that one below if you've not seen that, because it's a good one to help you create these angles. So we're going to engage the hands. Jab, cross. I use the retraction of the arm to help me create this little angle from here. Lovely angle, quick feet. In the beginning, you'll probably find it a bit awkward. You might not be using the pull of that shoulder very much, so you'll be here, maybe like jumping up and round. You're looking to glide around the floor. Think more like an ice skater, okay? I don't want to be jumping up in the air here. Although that's not massive amount of time that's passed, it's too slow. Okay? This is a game of millimeters, inches, and fractions of seconds. Okay? I want to be using that retraction to scoot me around as quickly and as swiftly as I can to land that. So, rotation, you should be landing on the back foot as well. What I mean, I'm not landing on the back foot, my weight is positioned to the back foot. Jab, cross, weight's positioned to the back foot, ready to fire again from there. So, here's the drill. Got that nice little open on the open side, taking away the foundation, hopefully knocking over your opponent. Let's have a look at another one. You may or may not like this one. I like it personally. And it's going to involve going into a southpaw stance and then switching back to an orthodox stance as well. The bones of it, we'll break it down in a second, the bones of it is this. Some people call it, it's a Customato, used to teach it, obviously Lomachenko uses it a lot. It's simply a switch stance. There's a few ways to look at it. I really like it. Easiest way I can explain it. I'm in my start, because a lot of people go, well, where do I put my foot? The easy way to find out where to put your foot. So you're in a boxing stance, my hips are facing this way, yeah? If I fall that way, unless I'm a complete idiot, my foot's going to go and stop me from falling over. So if I fall that way, that's where your foot goes. Yeah? Obviously my foot didn't go there. I'm going to eat some mat. So that's where your foot goes. Boom. Then we have a little switch. So now I've done that, I'm going to do what we call a draw step. I'm going to draw what's now my back foot in a little tiny bit. I'm drawing it, and then I'm going to switch back to where I should be in an orthodox stance. So I've got the step, the draw, and the turn. Step, draw, turn. That's what's here. Step, draw, turn. Lots of ways to make that happen. Can simply be after engaging the hands. So with this one I like to finish on a lead hand. You can create all sorts of angles from here. You can even do it off of your jab. You can do it at the same time. But yeah, I really like that. Catches a lot of people out. Boom. So I'm literally bringing my back foot through, dropping it as I'm throwing my jab, creating my angle, and working from there. Let's have a look at that on the back. So a couple of ways to practice this then, team. Simply throw some punches, fall, don't actually fall. Heading this direction, foot down, turn. Put you in a great position for a lead hook to the head or the body. It's a great position for that. Your mechanics lend themselves to that, because as I've made that draw and switch, my lead shoulder slightly pulls back, ready to load that shot. It's a great little one. Work it off of your jab. Love it. Love it. And literally throwing it. It's a simultaneous thing. Stepping. This is not a throwaway punch. I'm not throwing it away, but also I'm not trying to like devastate you with it either. I'm literally trying to make you do something. Cover your eyes. From there. That's me. Just got a new angle. I'm on to the side of you. So we've got engaging, doing it off with the jab, creating that little angle. If you want to be super cool about it, because what's this person going to do? Once you've created that angle, they're going to turn. Work your jab back round again. Brilliant drill. However you get to that position, jab, cross, whichever. Right here. This person's going to turn pretty quickly. Yeah, it's a nice drill to put into your bag work. From there, you've essentially just created two angles. I've got to my right of the opponent. They're turning, I'm coming back round to my left safely as well. That's a great little one to work into your bag work, guys. Give it a try. Let me know how you get on in the comments. Give me a thumbs up if it goes well for you. So there's a few ways for you to work some angles as an orthodox, other than the traditional ways that most people just say, you know, pivot here, pivot there. Of course, pivots work as well. If you're a complete beginner, that footwork might be something that takes a while for you to work on, but work on it. At the end of the day, you're never going to graduate from the basics. The basics are there to be honed over and over and over again. This is going to be exactly the same. It's going to take a little bit of time just to work them slightly tricky footwork details, but keep working, it'll happen for you. Diligently work your drills on the bags, create them little angles, imagine what your opponent is doing. From an orthodox stance, you've got from there, you've just took away my foundation, I'm probably going to fall over. If you've come to this side, next thing two things I'm going to do. I'm either going to disengage or I'm going to turn onto you. Bear that in mind, you might want to come back on the angle you just created as well. All helps your boxing elevate itself. Till next time, train hard, train safe, and I'll see you soon.